What's going on, guys and girls? Gaurav on this side. Today I'm very excited to reveal my high scaler method with you, in which I will be sharing my majority of advanced scaling strategies which we are using for our skincare clients and e-commerce clients, that how we are surpassing those $100,000 a month every single month. I am saying for every single client which is already been working with us, and you already know about our results as well, because in this video you will be learning each and every single strategies that you should be using, whether you have just started your journey or whether you are in the business for more than 5 years. Why are we confident in this systems? Because this system is already been generating insane results for our clients every single month, every single week, and every single day. So without wasting a single minute of yours, let me start my stuff. But before that, if you like my stuff, please like this video and comment on this video. And one more thing which I want to ask you over here, that please subscribe to my channel and click on that bell button so you shouldn't be missing any single video from us. That's for sure. So right now we are into our high scaler method. So in this particular high scaler method, I will gonna revealing every single thing while breaking down every single part, so you should know that how you can take the benefit of this particular high scaler method in order to reach those $100,000 a month for your e-commerce brand. So without wasting a single minute of yours, let me start my stuff. So guys, as you see that we are into a high scaler method. So in this particular high scaler method, I will be revealing some great strategies with you, in which I will breaking down every single thing that we are already been using for our clients. The same thing you need to be doing on your end as well. So here you can see that high scaler method, hyper audience segmentation. This is the first thing you need to do it on your end, because here we are doing the proper foundation in order to get consistent results down the line of that. I'm not talking about a one-day shit. I'm talking about the week, I'm talking about the month, I'm talking about the months. Getting my point? Because this is the core thing that will gonna blow up your business, as we are going to use another advanced scaling strategies as well, because all those scaling strategies will gonna build upon this foundation which I am showcasing you here. So please write down every single thing which I am showcasing you over here. So here, as you see that, as I mentioned over here, hyper audience segmentation, in which you have to include 11 ad sets on $10 budget each ad set. Getting my point? I'm revealing every single thing in front of you. What does it mean by 4 to 8 keywords with no narrow? I'm talking about 4 ad set with 2 to 8 keywords with no narrow. Just like we are having a magazine over there. So what you have to do over here, that you have to populate every single premium magazine that a customer is reading that lies into your industry, whether you are into a skincare business. So write down all those premium magazines that lies into the skincare industry and put it in that particular ad set. Make sense what I'm saying over here? And just after that, 4 ad set with 2 to 8 keywords with narrow. Then we are having our 4 ad set 2 to 8 keywords with narrow. Getting my point? What I'm saying over here is that you should create those ad set, just like you can say you are having an information blocks that totally caters on this skincare industry. List all those particular 2 to 8 blocks and narrow it with skincare. So this is how you need to create on your end. Make sense what I'm saying over here? And just after that, 3 ad set with no narrow with a single keyword. That's it. Just like your main thing, skincare. Second thing is your related stuff, which I mentioned on the sheet. Every single thing I have mentioned on the sheet, which I will gonna share with you down the video, which you can download over there. The best part over here is that you should be taken care of your audience size as well. That your audience size should be under 800k to 6 million size. Why? Because we are noticing great results out of that audience size, and this will also decrease your CPM as well. That's for sure. And just after that, make sure narrow keyword can only be used once across the sheet. That's the main thing that you should be taken care of. The keyword which you have used in the narrow, you shouldn't be using in the another ad set. Makes sense? And just after that, only narrow keyword with broad keyword that can act as an umbrella to all. What does that mean? Umbrella is your skincare, and just under that, acne, pimple. These are the thing, and your skincare is the umbrella. This is how you need to be taken care of the things. And the best part over here is that you should be running those 11 ad set on a 3-day rule. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 1, no VC, kill it. Day 2, no ATC, kill it. Day 3, no purchase, kill it. One more hack over here which I have not written over here is that if you are noticing that yes, you are getting insane results on your KPIs. I'm not talking about the sale on the third day, I'm talking about the KPIs of higher funnel events, that you are getting consistent ATC, consistent checkout, and your KPIs are amazing down the line. Let it run for 2 more days as well. Getting my point? And just after that, you should be running a retargeting campaign once you achieve 30 sales on one of your skincare product, because the goal over here is running this particular hyper audience segmentation method is that you should be having at least 100 sales from this method. Makes sense what I'm saying over here? Once you will get 100 sales from this particular method, you will be having great amount of ad sets that is bringing result for you. I'm not talking about 1 2 3, I'm talking about 50 to 60 ad set that you should be running in that particular campaign, which I'm telling you over here. Why? Because as I said that you should be running this 11 ad set over here, definitely you will be getting sales on the first day, second day or third day. Once you get sale, just duplicate that particular ad set in the same campaign in which you are running this ad set. Getting my point? If the ad set is above break even ROS on duplication, continue to duplicate. So in order to open more pockets of that audience, because you cannot reach 5 million audience of people with a $10 budget. Getting my point? And just after that, if you are noticing profitable ROS every time on a duplication of that mother ad set, you can also do duplicate 10 ad set of that particular original ad set that is bringing sales on every time of duplication. Do it 10 ad set with $1.5 budget. Why? Because Facebook will gonna push fresh audience to you on a lower budget that will drastically decrease your cost per purchase as well. Hope it makes sense what I'm saying over here. Just after our hyper audience segmentation, once you achieve your 100 sales, then it's your duty to start this particular method right off the bat. Micro scaler, as I mentioned over here, that you should be starting this from 100 to 120 sales. As you have achieved 100 sales from that hyper audience segmentation method, you should be using this micro scaler. As I mentioned over there, how you can use that, you have to build a custom audience based upon that purchase event, your ATC event, your IC event, your video watchers event, every single event that you are having on your website and on your Facebook. You have to build that custom audience, and just after that you feed that data into your Facebook in order to build lookalike audience. Make sense what I'm saying over here? Make sure the custom audience which you are building over here is based upon 180 days. Why we are building on 180 days? Because building upon 180 days will definitely give you a high pool of audience in that custom audience, rather than making on 30 60 90 days. I know that the people who watch your stuff on 30 days 60 days 90 days, they remember you, but the thing over here is that we have to build a large pool of audience, because out of that custom audience we're gonna make a lookalike audience. As we are going to feed this data to the Facebook, that please send us great amount of people who are having the same traits that we feed to you in terms of our custom audience. Make sense? That's the main reason of using this custom audience. Then you should build a lookalike audience on 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10%. And the best part over here is that you should be running it on $1.5 budget. Why? Because here we are not confident whether this lookalike audience will gonna work for us or not. That's the main reason, in order to see that yes, which audience is bringing greater results for us while reducing the cost per purchase. Because here we are not running it for $10 budget, we are running it for $1.5 per ad set. Because here you can see that we are having so many custom events: purchase, IC, ATC, view, video watchers. Here you can see will be around 6 to 7 events we are having, because in your video watchers you will be having 3-second, 25%, 50%, 75%, 95%. We're gonna calculate that it will be more than 7 events over there, and if I'm gonna calculate by 10 times, it will be more than 70 ad set that you will be running right off the bat on a first day on $1.5 budget, in order to eliminate that risk method. That's the main reason of running it on $1.5. And the best part over here is that you will be getting great results as well while reducing the cost per purchase, and run it on 7-day click as I mentioned over there in a single campaign. And also use that strategy as well, which I've mentioned in this hyper audience segmentation, that you should be duplicating those ad set in which you are getting the sales. Getting my point? Run it on 5 to 7 days and see how many of those ad sets are bringing results for you. So as I mentioned that you should be running it for 7 to 8 days. Kill those ad sets that are not reaching your ROS, and just after that keep slow cooking your micro scaler campaign. This is the micro scaler campaign which I told you. And start new campaign to test 3 to 4 fresh creatives, because there might be a scenario that you are noticing great amount of audience from the 70 to 80 ad set. Among that you got to know that 10 to 12 ad sets are bringing majority of the results for you, in which you are getting profitable. So now you need to create a new campaign with the micro scaler method on $1.5 budget per ad set with those 12 ad set which we put it from here. Ran it on 3 to 4 fresh creative in order to see that yes, whether we are getting more consistent results or not, because it's our duty that how many people you are taking into your world. And just after that we come up with our macro scaler. Once you get a massive success with your micro scaler, then this is the right time to get run this macro scaler, because this will gonna blow up your business to the next level. The main thing you need to do over here in the macro scaler is repeat the same process which you did in the micro scaler. The only difference over here is at that time you were running on $1.5 budget each ad set in order to test lukewarm water, but now you need to test all those particular stuff that you tested in your micro scaler, and you got to know that yes, these are the lookalike audience are getting amazing results for me. Now this is the time to test it on $10 budget each ad set. Why? Because now at that point you are totally confident that yes, if I will gonna run 80 ad sets in a single day on $10 budget each ad set, definitely I will get profitable. Why? Because you have already gone through that stage of micro scaler in which you were testing the same audience, same creative with just $1.5 budget, and in that you got massive success. Makes sense what I'm saying over here? The only difference of this macro scaler is that you should be running it on $10 each ad set and follow 3-day rule over here. First day no VC, kill it. Second day no ATC, kill it. No purchase on third day, kill it. Why we are using 3-day rule over here in the macro scaler, and why we didn't use that 3-day rule in your micro scaler? Why? Because of the budget. Because in the micro scaler you were spending $1.5 each ad set, and now in the macro scaler you are spending $10 on those same audiences. That's the main reason over here is that you should be testing on 3 days rule. Getting my point? And the best part over here is let it run for slow cooking. Getting my point? 3-day rule. See how KPIs are performing, and if you are noticing that you are getting tons of results of those particular ad set in your macro scaler, as you are running almost around 70 to 80 ad set in that macro scaler, so you should be knowing that yes, out of these 70 to 80 there might be some 15 to 16 ad set that you are getting profitable with. Create a new macro scaler campaign with those 15 to 16 ad set profitable one I'm talking about. Let it run with a 3 to 4 fresh creatives in order to see that which one is working way better for you. Make sure to keep a close eyes on your audiences that are killed, because campaign budget setup in a separate campaign to give this one last shot to prove an audience profitable, because all days are not the same. Getting my point what I'm saying over here? Let me brief it over them. There might be a scenario that you were noticing that these are some ad set. Out of these 70 to 80 ad set, out of that 20 to 30 were bringing great amount of results, not in sales. I'm talking about the KPIs, that you are getting checkout from the first day, and you are getting great amount of checkout, you are getting great CPC, you are getting lesser CPM, everything was good, and you switched off that particular ad sets because of that 3-day rule. So what I should do in that case? You should keep an eye on those particular ad set as well and let it give them a last try. because it worked for us. That's why I'm telling you. And just after that, if ad deems profitable, duplicate 5 times on $10 budget in the same campaign and use the high scaler method moving forward. Duplicate the same process in order to get as much as people into your world. That's the main reason of using macro scaler, in order to eliminate your learning curve. And just after that, we come up with that amazing stuff for which you were waiting for. CBO, campaign budget optimization. This stuff will gonna change the game for you. Why? Because you are already been running 3 campaigns. First is your hyper segmentation stuff, second is your micro scalar campaign, and third is your macro scalar campaign, in which you were running tons of ad sets which are already been profitable. Now this is the time to create a CBO campaign on $100 budget. Check one thing over here, find 3 to 5 audience from those particular campaign that are having amazing and phenomenal ROS of more than 3 to 5. Getting my point? Let them compete with each other. Move those particular 3 to 5 audiences into a new CBO campaign, which I said over here as well. Let it run for $100 budget on 1 day click, and make sure keep a close eye on this particular campaign. Getting my point? And let it run for 3 to 5 days. Plus one more thing over here, if you notice that you got profitable by the 24 hours, increase the budget by 20%, as I mentioned over there. But one more hack over here, you should also increase the budget by 50% as well. So if you are running $100 on CBO and you are getting profitable under 24 hours, let it run for $150. Increase the budget by $50. And if you notice that you are not getting profitable after increasing the budget, let it switch it back to the original budget of $100 at which you were getting profitable. And not only this, if you are noticing that yes, you are getting dip in your CBO campaign in some of the ad set, let them switch off. Add more profitable audiences over there, because there are so many ad sets are already been going on in your macro and micro scalar campaigns. Getting my point? Put 2 to 3 from that as well, add in the CBO campaign and see how it will gonna perform, because at the end we want to compete them with each other in order to get as much as higher ROS for our campaigns. And just after that, as I mentioned over here, is repeat 3 whenever needed. After you added 3 to 5 audience, the new audience I'm talking about, you need to take care of the third point as well. Once again, kill those ad sets that are break even under 3 to 5 days. Getting my point? And just after that, decrease the campaign budget by 20%, which I already told you in the beginning. And then the main thing, note when the CBO is doing well and getting profitable, duplicate the process again with other audiences in the new CBO campaign, as we did our the thing which I told you about. If you are noticing that yes, you are getting insane results from your CBO campaign, you just need to repeat the same process. Getting my point? In order to get as much as people into your world, in order to increase your profitability every single day, every single week, and every single month, and for the upcoming months as well. And just after that, we come up with the king of the kings. Yes, this is king of the kings. Why? Because this is manual bidding. And make sure that you shouldn't be running this manual bidding in the beginning. I'm highly recommending you that you shouldn't be running this particular manual bidding campaign in the beginning. Why? Because at that time you are not having that much amount of results. This campaign should be run if you have crossed more than $30,000 in sales profitably, and you have crossed that 4 stages: hyper segmentation, micro scalar, macro scalar, and your CBO. If you have passed those phases very profitably, then you need to start with this manual bidding. Why? Because in this we will be putting higher budget, $1,000 a day on a single campaign, and we will be running multiple campaigns a day. So what you have to do in this case, as we have created 4 campaigns in the beginning, for your hyper segmentation, your macro scaling, your micro scaling, and your CBO, definitely you are having great amount of audience over there that is having amazing and phenomenal ROS. Now it's your duty to create a separate campaign based upon the ROS, as I mentioned over here. Put audiences into individual campaigns, as I mentioned over there. You might be having so many audiences over there that are having more than 2 of ROS, 3 of ROS, 4 of ROS, 5 of ROS, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just give you an example. So what you have to do in this case, you have to create a separate campaign on $1,000 budget with a 4 to 5 audience in that particular campaign with a 2 to 2.9 ROS ad set I am talking about. Create a new campaign with those ad sets that were having 3 to 3.9 ROS. Create a separate campaign for those that is having 4 to 4.9. Same thing goes for 5 to 5.9, 6 to 6.9, 7 to 7.9. This is how you need to check it on your end. But make sure the thing which I'm telling you over here is will gonna blow up your mind. Why? Because we are going to run it on $1,000 a day on this single campaign. So your audience size should be 5 to 20 million of that particular audience. Make sure. Why? Because we do not want to finish that audience. Makes sense what I'm saying over here? Because this manual bidding campaign will definitely speed up the process in spending. Getting my point? And you need to take care of one thing over here. As I mentioned that we are going to run for the manual bidding, it will gonna run on bidding stuff 1.5 times of your previous cost per purchase. As I said that you are done with $30,000 of sales, definitely you know that yes, after achieving $30,000 of sales, my average cost per purchase is around $20 if I'm selling a $50 product. Getting my point? So what you have to do in this case, $20 into 1.5 and add it as your manual bid over there, which I mentioned over. Bid equals to lowest cost, set bid cap, add it over there. Makes sense what I said? 1.5 times of that cost per purchase, which is all your $20. So 20 into 1.5 will be your bid cap. Getting my point? And monitor spend closely, as I mentioned over here, and the same thing I told you in the beginning, because this campaign will gonna blow up your business to the next level, that's for sure, but it will gonna spend more quickly, and there might be a case that you will get loss as well. I'm not saying that a full loss, but yes, it's all about testing. But in our case, we are noticing that we are getting consistent results. Why? Because we have already gone through the stretch of that 4 phases which I told you. And if you are noticing that your budget is not spending, then what you have to do? Then you need to decrease the bid by 0.50 cents or increase by 0.50 cents. Getting my point what I'm saying over? I have mentioned over there decrease bid 0.50 to $3 if necessary, but I'm giving you one more hack as well. Make sense? So you need to be taken care of that, yes, at which particular bid your manual bidding campaign is spending the money. Getting my point? And bringing you the results. And the next step over here is double the budget at midnight when profitable. If you are noticing that you are not getting profitable for the 24 hours being running that particular manual bidding campaign, you need to switch off that campaign. Let those 4 campaigns running which I told you. And if you are noticing that yes, you got profitable, in the next 24 hours repeat the same process. Create a new campaign just like that which I told you in the manual bidding process. I know that this video has added immense value to you. So all you have to do over here is that you need to rinse and replicate the same process which I've shared with you in this video in all of your campaigns, and you will gonna see a drastic increase in your sales while hitting that 100K mark, which we are already been doing for our clients. Getting my point? Not only this, I have also attached the link to that particular high scaler method in my description. You can download it from there, okay, and take the benefit from that particular high scaler method. But one more catch over here is that you need to subscribe my channel, so I will be gonna share some amazing and advanced scaling strategies with you in the future as well. And also click on that bell button as well. And have a nice day. I will gonna catch you in the next video.